Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Udaan, the Spark Stories. In our previous episode, we discussed exam pressure, smart study strategy, and mindset. But today, we are addressing something that affects almost every student: parental expectation, comparison, and career pressure. Have you ever felt, what if I don't meet my parents' expectation? Why am I always compared to others? What if my career choice is different from what my family wants? If these are questions sounds familiar, this episode is especially for you. Today we are honored to have with us Mr. Love Jain. Mr. Love Jain is the founder of a Young Achiever and a postgraduate in economics and management with 26 years of experience in the corporate and education sector. He is a leader, career counselor, guiding students in India and abroad for stream selection, profile building, and admission across more than 650 careers options. He was honored as Brand Icon 2017 by the Times of India for his excellence in education and guidance. He has helped many students secure admission in prestigious institutes like the Indian Institute of Management and the National Institute of Fashion Technology, as well as a reputed international university. With strong interpersonal skills and deep commitment, he continues to shape successful careers of students across the nation. Sir, welcome to Iran, the Spark Stories.
Thank you.
And to begin, my first question, since I said it's about parental expectation, how can a student deal with parental expectations?
Okay. So, thank you very much, Ed Express, in this Udaan, the Spark Stories that you have created for helping students. As far as your question is concerned, Shivangi, if I'm not wrong, yeah.
Yeah,
So, if you,
Shivangi, sir.
yeah, it is about parental expectations. So when we talk about parental expectations, it is very normal because out of love, care, right? Parents generally
Mm,
start, having expectations from their children, which is never bad, right? But if they are sometimes overdoing it, that adds pressure. So there is a very thin line. There is a very thin line that has to be, one has to be cautious about keeping expectations on children because each child is different. They have a different set of, I would say, strengths and weaknesses. But when the parents see the success around them, in a different perspective, wherein they find some people doing conventional programs and being very successful into them. They start attaching dreams to certain careers, like they are passionate about engineering or doing medical or conventional set of careers like chartered accountancy, which have a trusted path. So but every child is not wired like that. So expectations should only be kept keeping in view the real potential of the child. Therein, career counseling, helps.
yes, sir.
So when we try to keep expectations, we have to be very conscious about, how the child will feel about it. And parents need to be aware that if they overdo that, it is going to bring the performance of the child down rather than uplift them.
Thank you, sir. And as we know, like parents' support is very important during exams or anything. So, according to you, how do you think parents should support their children during board exams?
देखिए एग्जाम टाइम में आई ऑलवेज बिलीव पेरेंट्स शुड play a very subtle role. They should try to keep the environment very cool as far as the home environment is concerned. They should not try to add too many things around, asking them, uh, have you prepared again and again or not. This is something that normally parents keep asking, तुमने तैयारी कर ली है कि नहीं कर ली है, कितना सिलेबस रह गया है. So if we keep talking like that, that is going to add, burden on children. So parents should rather maybe ask student or ask their children, आप बताइए हम कैसे आपको सपोर्ट कर सकते हैं,
Mm.
how we can what I can do for you, right? So such
Yes,
kind
sir.
of such kind of phrases, if they start using, it will be much better for the child, because children, they see their parents behavior, they understand it very well, the how somebody is saying that. So again, there has to be a very sensitive understanding about the exam
Mm.
environment, and this happens right from the beginning, because the conditioning is so severe that एग्जाम टाइम में शुरू से ही जब बोला जाता है, पेरेंट्स भी बच्चों को यही बोलते हैं ना कि अभी
Mm.
एग्जाम में डांस मत करो, एग्जाम में मूवी मत देखो. सो वी
Yes,
गिव
sir.
वी गिव अ स्पेशल स्टेटस टू एग्जाम्स.
Yeah.
वो जो वो जो स्पेशल स्टेटस देना है ना एग्जाम को, वो नहीं देना चाहिए. They should understand it as a very normal thing, normal process that is happening in your life. Exams have to happen, they will go, you will still get the marks, and you will still move ahead in your life. So that should be the culture, rather than keep pinpointing them every now and then, that ये syllabus हुआ है कि नहीं, इतना करा है कि नहीं, उनके बच्चों ने ज्यादा कर लिया है, आपसे कम क्यों हो रहा है, वो देखो. वो तो
Mm.
परफॉर्म, एक दूसरे से कंपैरिजन है ना, वो बहुत बुरे हो जाते हैं फिर.
Yes, totally agree with you, sir. And like for me, जब मैं पढ़ रही थी तो after 12th my parents were like कि नहीं तुम्हें ये नहीं करना है. I always wanted to do mass media, but my parents were like नहीं तुम्हें ये नहीं करना है. तो हमारा बीच में like बहुत conflict हुआ था. So what should a student do if their interest is different from their parents' expectation? उन्हें क्या करना चाहिए? Should they listen to themselves or उनको अपने parents का सुनना चाहिए?
आई ऑलवेज बिलीव जितना फ्रीडम पेरेंट्स बच्चों को देंगे, उतना कॉन्फिडेंट बच्चे बनेंगे. सो
Hmm.
अगर करियर चुनने की बात आती है, वेयर लाइक यू ऑल्सो वांटेड टू डू मास मीडिया, and parents might have a different expectation from you. In that case, a child should be able to put things straight in front of the parents, that look, I am not comfortable with these subjects, and I am continuously unable to understand those things, and this is
Hmm.
where I do better. And
Hmm.
you can back it with your projects, you can back it up with your work, show some achievements, because in case you do not show anything, parents will definitely say that this is, we have better experience than you to understand a career, and ultimately you are going to pick up a choice which probably your parents have suggested. So कोशिश तो यही करनी चाहिए कि अपनी बात
Hmm.
को बहुत अच्छे से रखिए, और अपने प्रोफेशन के बारे में बात करिए. उस प्रोफेशन में जो मेंटर्स हैं, somebody who has worked into that, if you know some of them, let
Hmm.
them speak to your parents, right? So you have
Hmm.
to create that environment around the voice that you want to put forward in front of your parents.
But then there are like lots of parents who are very rigid, like कि no, you have to do it. Like वो नहीं चाहते कि अरे सोसाइटी में हमारी क्या इज्जत रहेगी अगर तुम साइंस नहीं लोगे. तो what should a student do then?
No, definitely there the role of a career counselor comes into picture. Like you should definitely ask the parents to visit some career counselor, and speak your heart in front of the counselor, and let the counselor also understands that what has been your journey in the past. If you say something,
Mm.
if you claim something that you have an interest in something, then definitely you should have some kind of consistency in the past, maintaining some records that you have been doing well into some areas, and parents do not
Mm.
understand it all. So
Yeah.
parents को समझाने का तरीका is like, you can come with some data. The experts have that data. They can talk about, like, this is the industry in which your child is doing well. Like my own children, like they are musicians.
Mm.
So my son has been a musician. My daughter is also a musician, and means they could convince me easily. Why? Because they had a journey of the last 10, 15 years. They have been playing music. They have been doing all sort of things around me in music. So why I should stop them from becoming a
What they
musician?
want to become. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. And how can student communicate their stress to parents? वो कैसे बताए कि उन्हें stress हो रहा है या कैसे वो कैसे communicate कर सकते हैं parents को?
Parents have a lot of experience. I think they understand. They have that. They understand how the child is. In terms of the moods that child is having. The means the happiness that you're talking about. So when we talk about certain issues that comes up with a child. Uh, Parents have to be very very cautious. They have to start talking. They have to talk to the child. And if parents are not very receptive, right, they don't listen very often, there is less communication between a parent and a child, then it creates further stress.
Mm.
But in such scenarios, wherever you find stressful environment around you, parents should try to ease them off by getting friendly in terms of not expecting too much from them, maybe helping them with their decision making, helping them with their examination, helping them with their preparations. So some help definitely parents offer to children when they feel stress. And they can explain them. They can say these words like ठीक है, अगर एग्जाम पास नहीं होता है तो भी कोई ऐसी प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, लाइफ विल कंटिन्यू. So stress can be because we have either chosen wrong subjects. So that is
Mm.
where the role of a career counselor is very crucial in Indian society today. We are completely missing on that. There is a large number of, I would say, population that needs counseling, but somehow because we do not consider it as for all
Yeah.
pervasive. So what happens that people suffer.
Mm.
So definitely such circumstances need to be handled by a career counselor in a much better way.
Yeah. And are there like certain words or certain, things that parents should avoid saying to their kids during exams?
Acha.
Yeah,
Certain words like
yeah, तुम fail हो जाओगे, like then do say things. You are not studying, you'll just fail your exams.
सबसे फनी इंसिडेंट तो ये होता है, शर्मा जी के बेटे ने ये कर लिया तो ये तुम क्यों नहीं कर पाते हो.
Mm.
राइट. मेरे बराबर में कोई रहते हैं, उनके बेटे इंजीनियर बन के उनका 10 लाख का पैकेज लग गया, तुमसे क्यों नहीं हो रहा है. तो ये
Mm.
सारी बातें, वाई, बिकॉज पेरेंट्स ऑल्सो हैव लिमिटेड अंडरस्टैंडिंग टुडे. आज मोर देन 600 careers are existing and we are talking still limited, with all due respect to the education that we are having, still we are conscious only about 10 to 12 careers. तो
Yeah.
वो 10-12 करियर्स के बारे में ही क्यों हर बार डिस्कशंस होता है. वो जो 600 करियर्स है उनका क्या करना है. इतनी
Mm.
बड़ी इतनी बड़ी पॉपुलेशन, उसको हम डाइवर्स बनाएं या उसको एक मायोपिक वर्ल्ड में डाल दें जहां पर कि सारे एक ही चीज में इंटरेस्टेड है. दैट ओके फाइन, द वन हु स्कोर्स वेरी गुड विल डू पीसीएम, द वन हु scores little less will go to commerce, and once those who fail or those who probably just pass have to go with humanities. This is completely a nonsense.
Mm.
Right, such kind of
Yes.
culture has been pre-existing and it is continuing in today's environment also. So we have to stop doing this thing. Each area has a specification, like why you should get into this, why you should be into it. So parents should stop talking about just that because somebody is doing this, you should do this. And because we have seen success only into a limited area, you will see success only into that only stream. So that
Agree.
should not happen.
And how can family create a positive exam environment at home?
See, positive environment, I believe it's again, it's a matter of consistency today. If it is exam, I would always say one has to be consistent throughout.
Yeah.
राइट आपका इंटरेस्ट ही पढ़ने में नहीं है तो
uh,
पॉजिटिव एनवायरनमेंट आप बना ही नहीं सकते किसी के लिए राइट आप
Agree.
अगर इंटरेस्ट पढ़ने में है देन ओनली यू कैन एक्चुअली सर्वाइव इनटू दैट जोन ऑफ एग्जामिनेशन सिस्टम्स
Mm,
सो जिसका जैसा इंटरेस्ट है उसके हिसाब से वैसा एनवायरनमेंट होना चाहिए सो
mm,
इट इज नॉट जनरल एनवायरनमेंट बट अगर जनरल बात भी करें हम कि एक पॉजिटिव
mm.
एनवायरनमेंट क्रिएट करने के लिए गिव फ्रीडम
Okay.
give freedom to the child like okay you are interested in doing this you do your way even if you fail let it be okay
Yeah.
right बाहर
That's
के
the one thing
countries
that a lot
में
of parents don't say. That like even if you fail, it's fine. That's the one thing that a lot of parents don't usually say. Even if you fail, it's fine. I'll be there. I'll support you. A lot of parents do not say that.
see internationally there is a lot of talk going on like people
Mm,
celebrate failures वो कहते हैं आपने कुछ करा है कुछ तभी आप
mm,
कुछ अच्छा करेंगे बार बार फेल होंगे आप तभी कुछ इनोवेटिव कर पाएंगे
mm.
आप अगर क्रिएटिव हैं ही नहीं देन यू आर पार्ट ऑफ अ सिस्टम देन यू आर नॉट रनिंग द सिस्टम देन
Yeah.
you become part of the system so those people have very less I would say share in the success if you talk in monetary terms then you have to be really creative in today's environment if you have to actually move forward you have to be a good problem solver rather than an exam solver वो तो AI आपका जो है वो अच्छे एग्जाम सॉल्व कर देगा आपके लिए
Mm,
तो ऐसे टाइम में जब AI can solve better things then why do we take up exams at all this way this is the problem of the system right but we have to
mm.
understand we don't have to kill the creative spirit among the students so we have to keep on engaging them with their curiosity.
Thank you for that. And my next question would be, why is comparing marks with the peer group harmful for the student?
सी ये तो बिल्कुल ही यूजलेस होता है एक
Mm,
पर्सन दूसरे पर्सन के जैसे मार्क्स जैसे
mm.
आप सब एक जैसे होते ही नहीं है हम
No.
सबका अभी गॉड हैज गिफ्टेड अस विद डिफरेंट डिफरेंट कैपेसिटीज सो आप
Mm,
एक एग्जाम से उनको कंपैरिजन करके दैट यू क्रिएट अ कंप्लीट फुलिश एनवायरनमेंट दैट वे
mm,
so we should never have such kind of things wherein we are comparing students because हर एक student का अपना एक periphery है within which they operate. It is told to it is very easy to tell to people that यार ये do what you love. बट
mm.
जैसे ही करियर की बात आती है इमीडिएटली जॉब याद आ जाती है लोगों को
Yeah.
राइट आप जॉब याद आ जाती है तो यू सी द ट्रेंड्स so you see the trends and then you start drifting people towards those trends and you
Mm,
start having comparisons.
yeah.
So comparisons should never happen because each child is completely unique. There is no two people those who have the same capacity. You will have
Yeah.
differences
Agree.
and we should respect the individual differences among the people and based upon that we should take our decisions for future each person on this earth can have a separate career
Yeah.
each person the potential of career is like if we have billions we have billion careers for them because
They can
each
do
person
it.
is unique
Unique.
each person is unique and someone
Mhm.
someone who looks inside आप अपने अंदर अगर देखेंगे अपने पोटेंशियल को पहचानेंगे और उस तरह का सिस्टम क्रिएट करेंगे कि हम स्टूडेंट्स को अलाउ करें कि वो अपने
Mm,
अंदर जो बेस्ट है उसको निकाल पाए सो वो अगर हम कोशिश करें सो वी कैन हैव मल्टीपल करियर्स डाइवर्सिटी ग्रेट इकोसिस्टम दैट वी वांट टू बिल्ड फॉर दिस नेशन because growth अगर आपको चाहिए you want to be the biggest economy of this world You need to have a diverse policy. You need to have diversity with the choice of careers among your students.
Thank you, sir. And how can teacher reduce exam fear in classroom? ऐसे अभी now what we see is कि teachers बोलते हैं कि ओ तुम्हारे एग्जाम्स आ रहे हैं तुम अच्छे से पढ़ाई करो घर जाओ घर पे पेरेंट्स बोलते हैं बाहर खेलने मत जाओ पढ़ाई करो like they just say study 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 so it creates a fear in like students mind. So what can teacher do or like, your parents do to reduce the fear of exams in classroom?
Teachers need to be trained, right? They have been into the same conditioning mode, and even the society has been into the same conditioning mode. एग्जाम है तो पढ़ना है.
Mm,
मैं कहता हूँ एग्जाम है तो मूवी क्यों नहीं देखना है. जब आप स्ट्रेस फील कर रहे हो, इट इज बेटर टू लाइटन दैट स्ट्रेस, एंड परफॉर्मेंस तो वो आएगी ना जो पूरे साल में पढ़ी है
mm.
आपने.
Exactly. Like you cannot score good marks कि एग्जाम से एक रात पहले पढ़ के.
आप एक रात पहले पढ़ के क्या स्कोर कर लेंगे. बट व्हाई डू वी
Yeah.
क्रिएट दिस सिस्टम, and why do schools publish those big results
Mm.
into the newspapers कि
News, school
इतने
board.
परसेंटेज 99.999, ये क्या कॉन्सेप्ट वी आर क्रिएटिंग इन फ्रंट ऑफ द सोसाइटी. We are celebrating marks and we are actually deprecating the skill sets of the youth. कोई बहुत खास स्किल किसी ने डेवलप करी है, किसी ने कुछ खास. दिस इज समथिंग वी हैव टू बी अवेयर ऑफ.
Mm.
इनोवेशन कहाँ से होगा हमारी इकोनॉमी में, हमारी सोसाइटी में. इनोवेशन लेड ग्रोथ is only possible if we allow children to come out of this system that is deprecating the, I would say, inner efforts rather than the marks.
Totally agreed with you. Sir. And does like peer pressure plays a role in career choice after 12? Ki my friend is taking engineering, so even I'll take engineering. So does it actually does it plays a role like peer pressure when people talk,
peer
oh I'll be
peer
taking
pressure
engineering or I'll be taking MBBS.
peer pressure is a big issue. It is a silent influencer, I would say.
Mm,
राइट. आपको सबसे ज्यादा अगर इन्फ्लुएंसिंग आज के टाइम में यूथ को देख रहे हैं तो आप वो पीयर प्रेशर ही है.
mm,
राइट. आप एक चीज देखिए, आप देयर हैज बीन अ सडन इंक्रीज इन द ग्रोथ ऑफ फ्लैशी कल्चर.
yeah.
राइट. Now imagine students, those who are studying into top schools,
Mm,
right? Ask them to solve a problem of a rural area. Can they connect?
no.
When they don't have any sensitivity towards the grassroots
Mm,
problems, how will they be able to connect? So when we are
yeah.
not actually trying to create an inclusive system of education, right? We are trying to just create policies just to add that something has been modified, or we are just trying to push over some change. But that will not happen unless we start working at a grassroots level. The student who is walking into a government school should have the equal opportunity like a student who is studying into a top school. Why we can't create that? Why we have to
Mm,
create thousands of schools, lakhs of schools, yet there is no credible system of, I would say, teaching skill sets. Today, industry is crying like we need skill sets. 80% of our youth is not even ready for taking up employment, even if they are graduates.
mm,
They are not skilled enough. And
yeah.
why they are not skilled enough? Because they are into that vicious cycle of mass following of peer groups.
Mm,
Like जैसा मेरा दोस्त इंजीनियरिंग कर
mm.
रहा है तो मुझे इंजीनियरिंग ही करना है.
Also,
उसको 8 लाख का पैकेज मिला है तो मुझे 8 लाख का, मुझे भी 10 लाख का पैकेज चाहिए. बट ये
yes.
10 लाख 8 लाख के पैकेजेस के चक्कर में यू फॉरगेट योर ड्रीम्स. आप कौन हो, वेयर यू आर
Mm,
सेंसिटिवाइज्ड, वेयर यू हैव योर ओन फिलोसफी, योर ओन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, that
mm.
this is how you need to grow and this is how you need to bring change in the lives of other people. There is no thought about it. So
Right.
such critical thinking is more important than these, you can say the systems that we have created around education today. We need to, be the bridge. In fact, the series that you have started is itself a
Mm,
bridge towards the aspirations and
yeah.
opportunities. So when we are talking about aspirations that students are carrying today out of the exams or out of the careers that we are talking
Mm,
about, right? It is the opportunities they need to look at, and we
yeah.
we have to actually be the bridge wherein they can walk through there, where they can ask, and they can move
Mm,
forward, but they have to question, and we have to continuously develop their innovation spirit. Then only
mm.
we can build a strong India, a strong nation.
And thank you so much, sir. Yeah. So, what should a student do if they're weak in a certain subject? How should they deal with it?
Yeah, they have to be consistent with this thought process that in case they are
Mm,
weak, they should not raise this issue at the fag end. Like when your exams are
mm,
coming, then you start raising that I'm weak at it. I'm not able to do
mm,
this. So the steps have to be taken much before rather than
mm,
lingering. I have seen students lingering on, right, with a certain
mm,
weakness. But weakness को cure तो करना ही है. Like if you have to have that resilience, right? And वो आपके बस की बात है. Everybody cannot handle subjects. जो subjects आपसे handle नहीं होते हैं एक time पर आके you can
mm,
leave them. But
yeah.
I am the one who is strongly against tuition culture.
Mm,
राइट आप जितना इंडिपेंडेंट बनोगे उतना अच्छे से आप अपनी वीकनेसेस को रिमूव करके यू विल बी ऑन द राइट पाथ. आप जितने ट्यूशंस पढ़ोगे यू विल गेट डम्ब बिकॉज यू विल
yeah, I've
स्टॉप
seen
क्वेश्चनिंग.
people 5-6 ट्यूशन फिजिक्स के लिए अलग होता है, केमिस्ट्री के लिए अलग.
एग्जाम्स में लगातार ट्यूशंस पढ़ रहे हैं. व्हाट आर दे
Mm,
डूइंग लाइक
yeah.
without understanding their own selves? They're into the tuitions, they're continuously doing questions. Are they machines? Are they not
Mm,
human beings? Means are they not able to think? That they are getting dumb. उससे
mm,
अच्छा है वो सब्जेक्ट्स ना पढ़ो. लीव दोज
agreed.
सब्जेक्ट्स एट सम पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम. एंड जब तक पढ़ना है उसको आप उसको टाइमली मेजर्स लेके उसको एफर्ट सेल्फ एफर्ट
Mm,
से इंटरनेट पर इतना कंटेंट है उसकी हेल्प लेके यू कैन
mm,
मूव फॉरवर्ड.
totally agreed with you, sir. And is there anything that you would like to say to the students who are actually giving their board exam right now, or any advice or anything that you would like to
See,
say to
see,
the students?
board exams are nothing today, right? In this
Mm,
world where you are moving forward, Aj, when we are moving into this century, right? Today we are talking entirely about your process. We are not interested in the outcomes that you're having. You should have a great process of doing something, achieving something, wherever your interest lies. So boards are not going to decide your destiny. That is very clear, right? No company is going to even have a look at your marks, right? Right? You should, that doesn't
yeah.
mean that you should not study, but if you have that potential, you
Mm,
can have those marks with because you have done a lot of efforts. Very welcome. But in case you are not academic, you have hundreds of other paths that you can carry. So this examination for you is not going to be of any relevance. You can just try to give your best wherever you have been, into whatever zone you have been. So you should try to see that this does not becomes one area that boosts or demoralizes your dreams. So this examination is nothing in my view, right? I am completely out of this examination system, and I would never recommend anyone to be part of such systems where you are being, only dependent on exams. So I am the
mm,
one who would prefer to have a student with 70-80% guide him to his destiny rather than a person who is fixed with his thought process because he's having 99%. So nothing like as such. I don't consider examinations to be of any importance to me.
okay, thank you so much, sir, for guiding us through such an important and sensitive topic to And to every student listening, remember your journey is unique. Comparison reduces confidence, but clarity builds success. Communicate openly, believe in your strength, and choose growth over pressure. This is Uran, the Spark Stories. Keep learning, keep believing, and keep flying higher. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much.